Question of the day. Here we go on a Friday morning. What are we asking you? Have the reports that Public Enterprise Minister Pravin Gordhan met with the Guptas while he was Finance Minister changed your views about him in any way? Oh, okay. There we go. That's what we're asking you this morning.
Interesting one.
It really is.
And let's not say much. Let's not try to influence any thoughts here. Does this revelation change your view about Pravin Gordhan in any way? That's what we're asking you very simply.
Yeah. All right. So no comments on our side. We leave it to you to comment on that story. But right now, let's look at the very big stories to expect coming out of today. The Auditor General is expected to brief Parliament on its budget and its strategic plan ahead.
Also today, an application to challenge the ANC's National Executive Committee decision to disband the Northwest Provincial Executive Committee. That's expected to be heard today.
Home Affairs Minister Malusi Gigaba officially launching the Border Management Authority pilot project. This in an effort to consolidate all functions relating to the national ports of entry.
And Democratic Alliance leader Mmusi Maimane, he's expected to launch the party's Team 1 SA campaign in the Northern Cape today. Some of the big stories that the SABC will be covering amongst others. Well, let's move on to Twitter and see what got people trending.
Yeah, okay, so first one, Pravin Gordhan. So yesterday, it was his day yesterday, and I think, or it wasn't his day, one of the two. So yesterday, I think the first thing that happened was that, Public Enterprise Minister Pravin Gordhan is expected to appear before the Zondo Commission next week. Now, a detailed behind-the-scenes report that he's going to be given was leaked to the media. So the report that he's going to be giving to the Zondo Commission was leaked to the media, and he talks very much so in depth about nuclear and how he was called into a meeting. He wasn't sure what the meeting was all about with former President Jacob Zuma and told that nuclear was the way to go. So that's how it all started, with a trend. And then, of course, it just got further with the EFF, Floyd Shivambu, getting involved and talking about he had met with the Guptas, and so it was a day of
speaking. And that he
speaking.
lied to Parliament, and, as such, the Public Protector should get involved and investigate the fact that he lied to Parliament. Remember the Public Protector filing against Malusi Gigaba, and that he lied to Parliament. So, and then also, talking about him and his meeting with the Gupta brothers, which we're asking in our question of the day. The EFF goes on to say, Gordhan writes in that affidavit that he fought off efforts by one of the Gupta brothers for him to meet with the family at their Saxonwold compound, but then it was revealed that Gordhan had met with the Guptas, and they had an interest in buying a stake in MTN. So that's also getting the EFF going. So there's so much coming out.
There is so much coming out, and it's not unexpected.
Absolutely not.
But you just never know which angle it's going to come from. So, but this time, Pravin Gordhan, that is the top trending topic. Boksburg, now this is after an explosion at a chemical plant, correct? In Boksburg, which is very, very sad, I must say.
Very, very. But I must also just say, again, it speaks to safety standards, all of these things, but absolutely horrific scenes there.
It's terrible, and 4 people injured in that explosion at a chemical factory that was in Boksburg. 25 firefighters were dispatched to that factory, contain the fire. So it's just a terrible one, and we obviously saw that one trending quite a lot. Then let's just stick locally. Jason Rohde.
He was found guilty.
Guilty. Did you watch the judgment? No, I know you had a very busy day yesterday.
No, but I did watch part of it. I watched part of it, which was very interesting because obviously found guilty of murdering his wife, Susan, but also defeating the ends of justice. And, that was quite a thing because he went out of his way to actually make this appear as
like
if
she
had died through suicide.
Unbelievable.
So unbelievable there, that whole love triangle being exposed. So, that one also taking
terrible story.
Quite a bit of time yesterday.
Taking that to another level. So Jason Rohde yesterday found guilty. We wait for sentencing. And then yet another incident in America. Hashtag Thousand Oaks Massacre. This was a story that, again, in America has become far too familiar. Mass shootings, 12 people killed, including, I think it was a police officer as well. And I mean, I was just watching, again, rolling coverage of this event. And it's always aimed at people going out to to enjoy themselves, dancing, having fun.
Because I suppose your defenses are down at that time because you are just having a good time. But as you say, it's become an all too familiar storyline in American society. Really, really sad.
One has to ask the question when these gun laws, I mean, whether it be in a school, whether it be at a nightclub, a music concert. I mean, do you remember in Las Vegas when someone opened fire from a hotel and just shot randomly at people? It's incredible stories that you don't think are going to happen, and they do, and you lose lives so desperately. So again, gun laws under question in America, and this was the latest. 12 people died. So,
absolutely,
what a day.
It certainly was.
And not a nice one.
I suspect today is going to be much of the same. Yeah. But we'll leave all the trending topics there for now. And let's check in with Rohde.